Hi there. My name is David Leo Sirois. I'm a poet who was born here in Edmundston, New Brunswick, Canada, and across the border in Madawaska, Maine, is where I grew up. I love being a dual citizen and having this international feel beyond borders. The border here is drawn by the St. John River. I find that very beautiful. And I want to thank Robert Pinsky for the Favorite Poem Project. It's inspiring and I think necessary to hear poetry aloud. It's part of the tradition. And when my translators send me a poem of mine read in German, or I see them on a show reciting in Romanian or what have you, it can make me cry, even because they're doing it in their own voice so strongly and beautifully. Uh, it's powerful. So the reason why I love the Cap and Bells is because of its intense sense of longing. It's heartbreaking. And also because Yeats wrote it exactly as he had seen it in a dream. So dreams are very important to me. I write a lot of lines that come from dreams. I have a 45-page volume of micropoems that I've dreamt. And I think that those are often better than lines that I could write while conscious. So it means a lot to me. And also the longing, uh, I love a lady who lives in Paris where I used to live. And I came back home to this area, which is great. My parents are alive and I'm here. But I have this intense sense of longing for her, and an ocean stands between us, so that'll keep me out of trouble. Anyway, this is The Cap and Bells by William Butler. I'm sorry. The Cap and Bells by William Butler Yeats. The jester walked in the garden. The garden had fallen still. He bade his soul rise upward and stand on her windows. It rose in a straight blue garment when owls began to call. It had grown wise-tongued by thinking of a quiet and light footfall. But the young queen would not listen. She rose in her pale nightgown. She drew in the heavy casement and pushed the latches down. He bade his heart go to her when the owls called out no more. In a red and quivering garment, it sang to her through the door. It had grown sweet-tongued by dreaming of a flutter of flower-like hair. But she took up her fan from the table and waved it off on the air. I have cap and bells, he pondered. I will send them to her and die. And when the morning whitened, he left them where she went by. She laid them upon her bosom, under a cloud of her hair, and her red lips sang them a love song, till stars grew out of the air. She opened her door and her window, and the heart and the soul came through. To her right hand came the red one. To her left hand came the blue. They set up a noise like crickets, a chattering, wise and sweet. And her hair was a folded flower, and the quiet of love in her feet.